everybody, and welcome to the newest One Shot Wednesday with our dear friend Jen, aka Laughmaker D&D at the helm. Today is May 29th, 2019, and you are loved. And it's a very important thing to remember. Other things that you should remember, or if you want to get in on this communal love giving to all of you wonderful people, you can check us out at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we have a variety of tabletop games, mostly D&D 5th Edition, unless it is on our One Shot Wednesdays, in which case, man, anything goes. If you got a good game that you want to play and you're part of the community, I want to hear about it, because that way we can try and get a party together, and either you can send us through this game or I will send you through the game if it is a game system that I know. With that in mind, there are also some other things, such as, guys, did you know we got excellent battle mugs? We got a bigger battler mug that holds 15 ounces of liquid. We got a beautiful poster over here that you can't really see of the Moon Maidens. We got sweatshirts. We got crop tops. We got all sorts of stuff at bit.ly/adventure merch. You can go there if you want to help support the show via clothing or merchandise of any other sort. But if you are the kind of person who would rather just support via Patreon, we do have a Patreon set up. So if you go to patreon.com/Indoor Adventures, you can find us there, where you will gain access to our Discord server, as well as access to the after show that we do called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but from the community at large, which means you guys. That means you, buddy. And we do that after the show for about 30 minutes. So if that interests you at all, consider checking us out at patreon.com/Indoor Adventures. That is it for me. So, with that in mind, PB, who are you playing tonight?
Today, I am playing Yoho. He. Who is a ranger, and who is mostly ranger with a little bit of rogue, just enough, just sprinkle it in there.
All right.
Oh, and I think I'm an elf. I'm an Eladrin elf.
Okay. All right. Wings, who are you playing tonight?
I'm Wings. I'm going to be playing Clout Imkin, the Tiefling Barbarian Bard Rogue.
All right. Cyber, who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm going to be playing Rally. She is a goblin artificer all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I am going to be playing Aldrin Cairnhold. I am a level 15 blood hunter, and I'm going to do my best. And take it away, Jen.
Well, welcome one and all. And as we start, I would like to say welcome to the world of Ashenfell, a world that has been at peace for the past 900 years. You, the Disaster Muffins, belong to the King's Guild, located within the heart of Dragonwall. It is a country of innovation, growth, and at the height of its power due to the leadership of King William. Your guild is renowned for its duties to the kingdom, its bravery, its riches, and in the acceptance of various races within the world. You, the Disaster Muffins, have been called forth to the guild from a break issued by your guildmaster, Monty Greenheart. He's a grumpy man, if that's the best descriptor you can apply to him. The morning hours of the day have brought life once more into the smooth cobblestone streets, washed with the late night rain, mists burning off in the early sun. People of the city of Cork have ushered in the new day, already calling, chatting to each other, between welcoming homes of shops, blacksmiths, homes of whitewashed walls and tall timbered woods. The cool wind washes in and pushes away gray clouds, presenting very pale golden sun against a very soft blue sky. It is a mark of spring on the city proper. As birds sing around you and the distant hammering of the blacksmith reaches your ear, you find yourselves outside of the King's Guild, standing ancient and proud behind a tall brick wall and decorated iron fence. What would you guys like to do?
Did we come here because we've been summoned, or like are we looking for a job, or?
You've been summoned. Monty has issued you to come back to the guild as you are part of his guild, which is overall the King's Guild. You within the group are known as the Disaster Muffins,
That's
a
right.
name he fondly scrawled upon his wall of renowned heroes.
That's right. We're the best.
That's us. All right. Well, we're gonna go to the usual place where we usually go.
All right.
There's music going on.
Upon entering, you are greeted with warm smells of food, a buzzing of magic that seems to hit the back of your teeth. You see mages kind of doing a duel off in the corner. You see a few cloud giants in the courtyard talking to a kobold librarian you know hates having his books taken from the library and has hunted down a fair few of your guild members just to get them back. A simplistic building stands before you, and that makes up the main hall of the guild. Flowers decorate the walls and garden of the lawn that's sprawled before you. The walls of the building are soft gray stone trimmed with ancient oak.
And we see our librarian friend.
Yeah, he's kind of in the shadow. I forgot to put him on here, but he's kind of in the shadow of this particular giant standing off to a well, off to the side of a well, left side of the well. And he's kind of craning up, yelling at this cloud giant, and their statures quite hilariously disproportionate to each other.
Yeah, I kind of get the same feeling.
Maybe they need help with something.
Well, I would
Can-
hope so. Otherwise, why call us all the way back here?
Do you think they just need somebody to be able to go up there and talk to them?
To the cloud giants.
To the cloud
To the
giant.
cloud giants.
Do you think
Can
his...
any of us fly?
I can.
That is a sore
I
spot.
actually might be able to.
As a fallen
Yeah, I
ASMR,
With the number of magic items available to us, I'd be surprised if no one among us could fly.
I would not be surprised.
I think I could jump real good.
I could jump pretty far.
I can jump pretty good too.
I can fly.
Or
It just takes a really, really big amount of flight.
but can
It takes a
like,
big spell slot. I don't know how to say that in the fiction.
Yeah, no, that's what they said about us, the Disaster Muffins. 3 of them can jump really good, and then one of them can fly if she
Wait.
concentrates super hard.
I have an idea. Is anyone here good at acrobatics?
I am. That's me. Hi.
Cloud, you're also incredibly strong, right?
I'm quite strong, you might say.
What if
yes.
we made a handspring for them? So that way
Okay.
we could fling them up to the storm giant to try
Yeah, I'm
and
on
get
board
their
for that.
attention.
Yeah, let's.
You know, I used to work at a circus.
Back in the day. When was this? Was this before or after the incident you refused to talk about?
You're gonna have to be more specific.
It was before. Just nods.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's try and make a handspring for you. So that way the two can... We both have 20 strength?
Do we?
Yeah. And so I think
wow.
the two of us should be able to just yeet you up into the sky.
Diversify. What's that?
Oh,
I have a 20 dexterity,
sure.
so
Yeah.
I have a plus 11 acrobatics. Let's do.
Let's roll those beautiful acrobatics, athletic skills.
Okay.
All right.
That's one thing that I should be really freaking good at.
Guys, I just rolled a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
That's a 31 acrobatic.
Well,
Okay.
I rolled a 5 on the die, but with my modifier, that's a dirty 20.
I rolled a 2 on the die, and with my modifier, that's a 12.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Between the three of you, you manage to make a adequate enough spring to throw your companion upwards, but only reaching about hip high, as this is a very large, very giant storm giant.
Oh, well, you gave it your best. Here, here, here. And I'll cast fly on how do you pronounce your name? Phoebe?
YOLO?
Hyolo. Hyolo! I'll cast fly on you. And so what you see is Riley's gonna reach into her bag, and you're gonna hear a lot of metallic clanging. Oh wait, let me find it. Here you go. And she takes out these like felt things, and she's just like, "Yeah, here." And you get two like bat wings on your back that don't look like they should work, but they do, and they start flapping.
Oh, I love this one. I love this one. I went into Letro there for a second. Oh, I love these. This is so fun. Okay. Oh, I love when you do this. Okay. All right. And I will do like a sort of the moon walk thing where like I move and then like I float a little bit and then I come back down and then I go up again a little bit higher and then I come down until I finally take off.
You've attracted the attention of the two giants and your librarian watching you do these things very curiously.
So I start flying over to the cloud giant and I'm like, hello, we're Disaster Muffins. That's us over here. Those are my friends.
Hi, we're disasters and muffins.
And we were curious as to what you needed or wanted.
The giant looks to you, then looks down at the kobold, then looks to your group. We want cows.
Like the animal cows?
Don't we all?
Yes.
In a metaphorical sense, like cash cows or like literal cows?
The giant kind of furrows his brow at you, then looks to the librarian as the librarian kind of waves his scaly hands and get back down here. Get back down here.
Oh, we're supposed to be talking to the librarian.
I thought we were supposed to be talking to the taller one.
Yeah, no, in retrospect, it's a little obvious. Clout approaches the librarian.
I will float over next to the librarian.
What's our librarian friend's name?
He is called Harkin.
Harkin.
You
Okay.
see he's wearing an emblem across his chest that says the Black Sheep, and it has a chicken in the middle of it. He's one of the higher ranking adventurers in this particular guild.
That is a lot of livestock.
The story goes they found a chicken in one of the Fey wilds and just took it back home, and it turned into a sheep, particularly a black sheep. So they
That
kept
sounds
it,
logical.
made it their emblem.
That's right. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, Harkin, how's it going?
What are you doing?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Right. Why are you talking to the emissaries?
The emissaries?
He points up to the giants.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah.
Oh, they just seemed really important, you know. on account of,
Their inventories.
hierarchy of scale. Anyway,
I take offense to that.
I just... why'd you call us here?
I didn't. Monty did. I'm the librarian. And,
Right, okay, all
do
right.
you have any books that you've taken from me?
No.
We didn't take any books, did we?
Just the one, but I
Clout
said I
says.
would return it.
I would 100% return any book that we borrowed from this library.
Absolutely.
It's not overdue, is it?
He's eyeing you, Raleigh, like...
I'm gonna roll a deception check. 17 plus 0.
He kind of strokes his chin. Do you have one of my books? You better
No.
return it by the end of the day.
Okay, if I have one of your books, I'll return it. But because I sure don't have one of your books.
Raleigh, we
Mhm.
can't afford another late fee.
It's 20 gold this time.
Oh fuck, I only have 15 on
I
me.
only
Raleigh,
have
you can't
10.
do this.
I
Probably we've been in a dry spell. We can't do it right now.
I
Look,
swear to
she
the gods,
doesn't-
Raleigh, if you
But-
screw me on this one, I'll never forgive you.
she said that she doesn't
Okay.
have the book.
Plus-
Raleigh's gonna dig real deep into her bag of holding again. No.
This might be... Oh, good.
And you see a book about Feywild stories, fairy stories.
Aww.
Harkin kind of reaches over with both his claws and takes it from you. You're banned from the library.
Ah,
He turns around and heads back in to the library.
She returned the...
That's just rude.
Sorry, Raleigh, we'll see what we can do about that. Clout puts a hand on Raleigh's shoulder. Oh no, she's sad. I can't do this.
It's all right. We'll get you permissions to the library any way that we can.
Raleigh's gonna reach into her bag of holding again, and without digging very deep this time, just pulls out an enormous plushie of a dragon.
Oh,
And it's the doofiest looking plushie. It's got a little tongue doing a blep, little button eyes, and she's just like,
Is it handmade or did you get it somewhere?
it's handmade.
oh.
It's just this really big black dragon. She's just hugging it.
I'm sorry, Raleigh. We'll see what we can do about that. Pat.
Let's go see Monty, I guess.
He's the boss around here. Maybe he'll allow you back into the library.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go see Monty.
Justice for Raleigh.
She just follows, still carrying this black dragon, which is actually like bigger than she is.
I think Clout will actually pick up Raleigh and put her on his shoulders.
So you go in, passing the magic circle that has an elf occupying it, and trying to make it work, and a strange fey creature just kind of watching with big bug eyes, looks like a moth, more or less. And you, as you pass it, it kind of turns its eyes and follows you towards the door as you enter into the guild. Inside, more smooth stone line the floor, and chattering and the music kind of reach your ears as the guild is very busy year round. Food is brought to various people. Some have ale, some have what looks to be wine. You see a sea hag, a dwarf, a human, an elf occupying spaces within the warm interior of this hall. There's a large set of barrels off to the side holding what is the premium stock of ale within the guild. And you see halls splitting off to the north and south, one leading to the medical ward, one longer hall that leads to Monty's office, and the second hand of the guild, Isla Mountain Breaker's office. The people acknowledge you as you enter in, and they seem happy to see you.
Nice. Clout winks.
You get a few chuckles and a giggle from a halfling.
Yeah. People like me.
Just because it helps me visualize as well, what does everybody look like?
Oh yeah, and we didn't mention that at all, did we?
We said our races and our names, and then we just went for broke. So, like, what does everyone look like?
Oh, you start, Steven.
All right.
For once.
Okay. I have like shoulder length white hair. I have very pale skin. I look kind of deathly. I have dark bags under my eyes, but I have very like a dull green, more of like a deep jade color as my actual eye color. I have a little bit of scruff that's coming in, also white. I'm wearing very darkly colored scale mail. It's mostly black or just slightly off black. And then I have a shield across my back that you guys would know is a signaling shield. So that way, in case there's any danger, my shield will alert me as to what that danger is. And at his side is the hilt of a sword, although there is no blade coming from it. There are little bits and pieces of like coming from his sides. There are small bags and tiny boxes that seem to just have a variety of things in them. And he wears a cloak that, regardless of the situation that he is in, always is comfortably fashionable. Like, he will actively change the cloak that he's wearing to more match the kingdom that you guys are currently inside, rather than being like, well, this is the only cloak that I got, so it's fine. He uses the cloak of many... I wanted to say many flavors, but that's not the name of that cloak.
Cloak of many fashions.
Yes, many fashions. That one.
Yeah, I was looking at that one.
Yeah, other than that, he just has, like, some scars on him because he's a monster hunter.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
You got a lightsaber?
Yes, I do. I do indeed. I use the Sun Sword as my primary weapon, and the way that it more works for me is that it used to be a whole blade, but I've gone out of my way to find shards of that blade, so whenever I use any of my blood rights as a blood hunter, it's me picking out a different shard of the blade that was to act as the base for how that energy gets channeled.
Oh, dude, that's freaking cool.
And his other item that you've seen him use from time to time is a fox mask for his Mask of the Beast, which allows him to cast Animal Friendship several times a day. So if ever you guys have been out hunting and are having a difficult time in the woods trying to track down a baddie, he will just ask nature if they have seen the baddie that they are trying to follow, and use the animals of the woods if he can.
That's very useful.
You could get cows that way.
Could get cows. Yeah, that's true.
We could get
For
all
sure.
of the cows.
I'm gonna recruit the cows. Yeah, I can just do that at will. But you know, I guess that's kind of cool too.
We need to take them back to Mother Base.
I feel
flexing already.
I feel like they might have like a little bit of a rivalry, like this like, you know, this devil angel thing going on. Yeah. Speaking of which, Clout is a purple tiefling. He's got he's got a long tail, you know, that's just like unadorned. It's got nothing at the end of it. It's just kind of like a dumb dinosaur tail. He's got a pair of horns that are pretty big. They go up and then, you know, like out, forward, in, up, you know, that kind of thing. Kind of like kind of like the Beast in Beauty and the Beast, like literally just that. He's purple. He's got orange eyes. He has a multitude of tattoos. He's wearing studded leather armor with no sleeves, and like all the tattoos are weird, mundane stuff like lanterns and keys and just random things like that. And he's also got, yeah, actually, I think that's just how he carries everything. Is he's just got like a suspiciously small amount of equipment, and then like just all these tattoos. And you guys know that he likes to cook, so that's actually what a lot of his more common magic items are centered around. He's got the sack of spices and like basically a portable fridge, and so that's clout. Oh, I meant to ask, Steven, your character's eyes, are they like are they like normal eyes, or do they have like a weird colored sclera, or like what's going on there? You're muted.
Thank you. So the eyes that he has just don't have a luster to them. If anything, they look more like a regular human's eyes, but there is just no brightness in them.
Ah.
Yep.
All right. Raleigh.
Crawling in my skin.
Raleigh is a 9-year-old goblin girl. With she's got studded leather armor in a way that it's not hot. It's just like sort of like baggy and over her, but it gives off this little shimmer that might be because of the black steel that's like studded into it. The raven steel. From her last night. Sorry, my dog is like growling in the background. So if y'all hear a bork, just be ready for that. She also has a cloak of many fashions that is currently right now mint green. And her bag of holding, there you go. And her bag of holding is also this like sort of like studded black steel on mint green sort of color. It does not look that great, but you haven't had the heart to tell her that. But yeah, she just got like green skin, her hair tied back, black hair tied back in a ponytail. She's got like a headband around it that just has some black steel goggles on top. And of course, right now she's carrying the huge, which is actually just like medium size, black dragon stuffy. That's her.
Oh, nope, not me. Yolo is Yolo Yi is an Eladrin elf of oh, there's different types of Eladrin elves. Who knew? Not me. Just looked it up to see like what they were like. I was just like, I've played the other two options. I'll just play this one. And she has some white hair. She has that. It almost looks like a wood elf with her skin tone. It is more in that copper realm. More of that like, oh, you've been out in the world. You've lived in the forest for a while. Sort of copper greenish skin tone. She has that white hair. Her eyes are just normal elven eyes, but they are purple, sort of like a lavender color. She has some leather armor that is been dyed, so it is black and brown to match almost like the dark forest ground or like mud depending on the area, depending where we are.
Mhm.
We have a nice looking cloak that she likes to like shake behind her every once in a while because she had to decide between a cloak of billowing and a cloak of protection, and she went with the protection instead of the billowing. And to this day, she still regrets that decision. So she like makes it below herself every once in a while. um, and I have some sweet bracers that have like that flare out a little bit because why have magic items if you're not going to make them look cool? And they have like engraved in them little bows and arrows. And also on the inside, sort of like a cast, I have like the names of all of my friends
Mhm.
signed it.
Oh, adorable.
That is really sweet. Are we there?
No, I haven't
So
worked
you-
up to it yet. We've only been traveling together for like 10 years. I'm like 120. That's like very little.
We'll get there eventually.
Except
I
Raleigh.
was gonna say, Raleigh's there.
Raleigh and her dragon are on there.
Oh, come on.
We're not.
I earned it.
Look, goblins don't live that long, and how am I gonna say no to that face?
I was gonna say Raleigh's got more levels in her than she does years.
I'm a quick learner.
She is a prodigy. All right.
So you're in the guild hall, and
So we walked into the guild hall.
you
distracted
and you're
ourselves.
flirting with various halflings, Clout. And you know that the northern hall leads towards Monty and Isla's hall offices, and the south hall leads down to the medical wards.
Oh, better remember where those are. All right, let's go to Monty.
All right. As you press into the hallway, closing the heavy oak door behind you, a very sour-looking man kind of passes by you, followed by an elvish man with a very jovial look up across his face. He's almost laughing at this taller man who has white hair, silver-rimmed glasses, silver eyes, wearing white robes with a mace at his hip. The elvish man is more of a what would be called a ladrin, more or less. He's got long silver hair, very slim physique. He's got traveler's clothes that hides his arms, hands, and any weapons that are around his waist. He's got very soft blue eyes, and he's just beaming as he passes by all of you. And the sour-looking man just ignores you.
Do we know these people?
Make me a history check.
Can we all do this?
Yeah,
All right.
more than welcome to.
Aha.
I mean, oh. It's not one of
14.
14.
11.
6.
Those who got 14. They are two very important members of a court you can't quite place the name of. The white-haired man is called Magnus. The silver-haired elf is called Finral. They are politicians in a lesser sense. You, Aldrin, just know they're very high-ranking people. And the 6, you just know that you shouldn't probably mess with them, as they give this very intense air of authority. Despite the jovial smile on the elf's face.
Yeah, Clout smiles at them as they go by, and under his breath to Aldrin, he's just like, "I hate politicians."
The only thing they're good for is starting wars. I don't want to deal with that. Rather hunt monsters.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's gonna be something easy and not a war. We're the Disaster Muffins. They wouldn't take us on a war effort. When did we last prove ourselves?
Well, it's been a dry spell. So
I like to imagine that, like, I'm assuming in some shared living space we have a like a board that says last time we proved ourselves.
it's
It has been.
It's like day
0 days
67
since we
or
last
something.
proved ourselves.
So you press your way into the hall, and it's quiet because the door has closed behind the two gentlemen that's past you, and you enter into Monty's very simplistic office. It's round, it has a very unique decor of just a desk, a chair, a trunk, and a fireplace. Despite the guild's wealth, he's not a very flashy man. He's sits forward in his chair, and he has graying hairs and his red hair that seems just to tangle in a mess around his face. He's weather worn, older. He's got crow's feet around his very sharp blue eyes. He looks at all of you with a warm smile, and he gestures all for you to sit. Despite his grumpiness, he gives off this very nice, comforting, welcoming feel to you.
Aldrin?
Raleigh's already sitting on Cloud's shoulder, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Aldrin would probably just go to the fire, put his back to it, and like stick his hands behind. Just like he's always a little chilly.
Yep.
Just heating up.
Clout will pick up Raleigh and put her in the chair, and then just kind of lean on it.
I'll sit in a chair, like in like a really fucky way.
Are you gonna
No.
Riker sit this?
Swing your leg over it and just.
Raleigh's swinging her feet out in front of her.
Yeah, Clout and Aldrin are too cool for chairs.
Monty kind of surveys all of you, tugging at his beard before he slides some paper forward. If you want a job, I've got one for you.
Job.
It pays well,
Oh, Monty, you know us. We always want jobs.
of course.
When they'd pay $20, $20 gold library fees.
Let's hearken up to his charging fees now.
Banning now, actually.
Oh, you're the fifth one this week.
It's okay, Raleigh. We'll get it back.
The job is simple. Pays about 500 gold, investigates some disturbances in Rosewyvern up to the north. You'll take a ship, all expenses paid.
Nice.
Okay.
What's the catch?
Yeah.
You make it sound so easy. There has to be a catch.
Yeah, and for that matter, what's the job?
What's this disturbance we're talking about?
That's the thing, there's been various reports. Rise of the undead. Strange things coming out of the jungles. King Dweldon kind of didn't give me a whole lot of details as his scouts seem to keep disappearing on him. That includes the Wyvern Riders.
Sir, I was just having war flashbacks of playing Two of Annihilation.
Yeah. I'm sitting here, like, racking my brain going, like, do we have a cleric?
Nope. But you have me. I'm like a
Oh,
cleric,
yeah,
but
you're close enough,
stabbier.
aren't you? God. Why is Clout so standoffish with Aldrin? What did he do?
Okay, so it's a little bit of undead, maybe a necromancer.
That's what we're thinking, but it could be anything. It could be just some kids discovering their magics, or halflings getting a bit too drunk on their festive days. Who
Oh, yeah.
knows?
I remember when I was young and discovered my magics.
But there is a new mode of transportation, which I think you'd like.
Colin, what is
Like
that?
what?
I think I'll let you discover that on your own.
Aww.
Well,
Well,
Anybody
maybe the first time we were guinea pigs.
you know, 500
Oh, sorry,
yeah,
Aldrin.
definitely.
Aldrin has has these weird images of like giant metal pods on sets of legs that are wandering around and fighting in wars, and he just shakes his head a little bit and just says, I'm sure whatever it is, it's going to be fine. It's going to be a nice, smooth ride.
I hope so. Half your payment now, half on your return, if you want, or you can have it all at once after you return.
And I'll just put my hand forward. Half minus 50. Raleigh needs their books.
Alright. He gives you the gold. Harkin. He kind of hesitates. I'm not in charge of the library. I may be the guild leader, but the library's weirdly out of my, Good luck.
How much money did we just get? It was half up front, so 250.
Yeah.
All right,
minus 50.
I will intercept that and squirrel it away onto one of my tattoos. You know, safekeeping.
Should explain to the
Well, because
audiocast
of-
people how that works.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I imagine that he begins to hand it to Aldrin, and Clout just kind of intercepts, and he puts it up on his shoulder, and that bag just flattens against his arm, and when he takes his hand away, there's a graphic of a bag of gold on his arm now. And a couple of other tattoos kind of move out of the way to make room for it.
Barbarian Path of the Henna.
Sure.
Monty pushes the name of the ship you're taking towards you and the captain's name. You'll find the Lodana over at the docks. Look for Captain Lee Joe. He's a bit of a flirt, so that's whatever you wish to do with that. It's yours. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure, Monty.
He digs something out and gives you all necklaces. These are a prototype from one of our sorcerers. We're gonna see if it works. If you want to earn an extra 100 gold on top of your fee.
What is it?
I think it's a necklace of shielding or something. Magic shield. It activates if you're in danger or if you come in impact of something.
Huh.
Okay.
I'll trust my own blade and shield, thank you.
Raleigh's gonna take one of the necklaces and try to see like what sort of enchantment is on it and see if it will actually work.
Sure. Make me an Arcana check there, Raleigh.
I will just put it
Okay.
on. No fear in the world.
No questions asked.
Yo.
Okay, I don't know if I have a artificer thing for this, but an Arcana check that would be a 23.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a necklace of shielding, a shield spell, basically. It does work. It's very well crafted, very simplistic in design, but the runes you see marked on the back are very intricately woven. Whoever made this was very well versed in their craft.
Oh, this seems really good. It seems really cool.
Think?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Like, I don't... it might take me... 2 days to make this.
Huh. Well, if Raleigh says it's good, that's good enough for me.
And that's probably way faster than whoever made this actually did.
Yeah.
Clout will put that on.
But you know that's a long time for Raleigh.
It's an amulet of shielding.
Basically, an amulet to shield, so it'll give you the shield effect when you come in impact with something.
All right.
I'm not gonna trust it.
Okay.
If somebody
Oh,
else
Aldrin,
wants,
you don't trust anything.
and he just gives you like a squint-eyed look.
That was an out of character.
Okay. I was gonna say.
You can give Wings a squint-eyed look if you'd like.
Yeah, he would be willing to give his prototype to anybody else if they wanted it. He's not so sure about this.
I'll wear 2 of them.
Do they require attunement?
No.
Nice.
I will wear 2 of them.
You look great, kid.
Aww. It's fucking adorable.
She squeezes the dragon just a little bit tighter. Just like, Her, whenever she grins, her teeth are terrifying.
It's like lamprey mouth.
Yeah. Like, this is horrifying. But in a way, it's still adorable.
Or an anglerfish, not a lamprey. Yes.
Lamprey's different. Yeah.
Lamprey has like the circle mouth, but an anglerfish is the large teethers.
Yeah. Monty watches you all. Are you gonna go or stay in my office?
We're going. We're going.
The Lodana.
Good luck, adventurers.
Just
Bye, Mr. Monty.
Aldrin kind of says under his breath, like, I'm not an adventurer, I'm a monster hunter. Like, closes the door. Just kind of in a huff.
You hear a faint chuckle from Monty. Seems he just said it to annoy you particularly.
Clout gave up on labels a long time ago.
As you make your way towards the dock, more people are out and about as the day kind of pushes towards mid-morning. And at the dock, you see the beautiful ship, the Lodana.
The Lodana?
Yes. It's a very beautifully crafted ship with 3 sets of mast sails, very well tended to hull, and paintings of golds and greens across the rails. You see the captain kind of standing up at the back, and he's a dwarvish man who kind of just gives you all a wink as cargo's being brought upon his ship. He kind of saunters down and points to the ship and says, "Get ready."
I'm assuming you're Wee Joe.
That's right.
Hi.
Hi.
We're the Disaster Muffins. We're the best.
Don't let the name fool you.
Monty sent us.
Yep. You just gave me your first name. It's not your party name. I see why he avoided that. All right. Well, come upon the Lodana. Let's get your bearings and things ready. We're about to set sail. Get in for a treat.
Okay. Am I gonna have to hold on to something or?
Oh, no doubt, lass.
Oh. Okay.
Let's get on the boat. I'm scared.
It's okay. I can swim.
And this is a boat that's in water, right? It's
sitting in water.
Is it sitting in water? Okay. All right. Just checking.
Okay. All right.
Clout is gonna get on the boat and just kind of like lean on the rail and just be like, "Man, it's a good thing this thing doesn't fly because I'm really scared of heights and I'd be really frightened if it would fly, if it was about to fly right now."
Oh, do you want to fly?
No, Raleigh, you need to understand that when I say that I'm scared of heights, it means that I don't want to fly.
That means you're not used to them.
That's right. That's
Immersion
right, Raleigh.
therapy.
But we can
That's
get you used to them, like exposure therapy. Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, the plane gets drawn in, you're all on the ship, and the Donna lurches forward as Joe shouts orders. Roll me a perception check, all of you.
All right. I'm actually good
Well,
at
that
this
I have
skill.
a 24 passive perception.
12.
24 passive perception would apply to this as well.
That's 15 plus 14. 29.
23.
I got a 16. Although my passive
All right.
perception is 20, so actively trying to figure things out I'm bad at.
It takes you a moment to realize the boat's no longer in the water.
Oh God. This is exactly what I didn't want.
Oh my god.
The ship tilts at an angle and slowly ascends upwards into the air, gaining speed. The ship reverberates slightly as the rush of cool air pulls around you, teasing and caressing you as the Lodana presses into the cloud bank. Just as the front of the ship reaches a large white cloud, a shimmering wave of magic ripples up and around the ship, allowing you to pass through the cloud without coming down. A gray, white void surrounds you, leaving no sound around you for a moment. As the crew falls silent, looking around, swirling mists, just dancing across the shield.
Oh wow, if this stops working while we're up here, we're all gonna die. But it looks really cool for right now.
Yolo, I'm gonna need you to shut up right now.
There's
Um,
an intense feeling of isolation for a second.
Clout's
Right.
just lying on the deck.
Raleigh
On his
is
back.
it's like fiercely hugging Aldrin's leg, and in this time, her goggles have just like fallen flat on her face, so she's just like.
Aldrin is
Raleigh, you really know how to make me feel better about this situation.
he's taking his rope of mending, tying it around his waist, then tying another end to a baton, and then just hammering that into the deck of the ship. I am not gonna fall off this thing.
Yeah.
You see Weejo just go, hey, stop it!
I imagine Clout has like claws at the end of his fingers, and he's just digging them into the deck
As
I'm
the intense
as he
moment of
lies there and waits for death.
The intense moment of isolation builds, and then suddenly the Lodana breaks through the cloud, pouring warm sun onto the ship. The light blinds you fleetingly, and as your focus returns, the bright blue sky kind of embraces you and the Lodana as the sun kind of shines high above you, leaving you in a sea of cloud and mist. Alongside the ship are large birds just floating, flying, catching the slipstream of the Lodana as it climbs into the sky.
This is so cool! Oh my gosh, it's like we're riding on the clouds.
Yolo, I'm gonna have to ask you to get up the banister.
I'm just sitting on the banister, just like just swinging my legs, just like.
Yolo, I cannot be responsible for what happens to you.
Cloud, what are you doing? Are you okay? Did you fall over? Do you need help?
No, I just need to stay right here. He's-
Oh, I think I saw somebody spit there earlier. Maybe like move a little bit to the side.
Clout just rolls over from like being like on his back on the ground to being on his face on the ground. Is this better?
Going to just in the background basically be tying a knot around YOLO. Like, make sure that they can't fall as well. There's already one on me and Raleigh.
As you are passing through the cloud banks, roll me perception real quick, just to see how narratively I can spin this.
A 16.
Math.
I also got a 12.
really 19 plus 14? Really
Lots.
33.
30 something.
33.
33.
That lot.
YOLO, I have to say that right now the way things are going, I don't think it could get any worse.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I think this is great. What are you talking about? Well,
This is as bad as it could possibly be, and I don't think
we
it'll
could
get
start plummeting to our death. That would probably be worse.
As you look over, you see Calamity Bay kind of sprawl out beneath you, the big, vast ocean that
Not
was
me to
the
sing
site
at all.
of the end of the world sort of scenario where the gods held their last battle in this particular plane.
Guys, it looks so cool.
Take
Look
your
at
word
it.
for it.
No, it looks so cool. It's that place. It's the place where the gods fought and stuff.
Oh, that sounds great.
It is. Look. Oh my God, this is such a once in a lifetime view.
I'm
Too
soaking
many
it up.
times in my lifetime.
It's a beautiful day, and you've been about a few hours have passed by now, and you're traveling over the bay, and you see River Castle off to the to your left. It's a country made up of giants, drows, trolls, goblins are found there. It's an interesting heritage mix of people that fought in the calamity on the sides of the dark gods or the fallen gods. The Drow have a mixed history of fighting between the light and the darkness. They're a curious race as a whole, and their place in history is still largely questioned, but they keep to themselves for the most part. As you're flying, roll me a perception check.
I was gonna say it's weird not having everything punctuated by Raleigh screaming.
A
Hey,
perception check?
14.
Yes. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god!
I'm face down on the deck of a ship. I can't see shit.
13.
Down the deck.
I rolled a 34 with that natural 20.
Oh yeah. You definitely see a wyvern in the air, just floating.
Is that good?
Guys, it's a wyvern. It looks so majestic.
Why?
Do I know?
And then you see another,
Oh, another one.
and then another,
Another one. Oh,
and then four more,
another 4.
and then a two-headed wyvern going right at the ship.
Oh, there's one coming straight at us. It has
As I was saying, I don't think it could get any worse.
Oh, I think it's going really fast. Oh, it looks kind of. Does it look mean?
As you think that, it crashes into the side of the ship as claws kind of rip across the magical shield, tearing it as it falls down onto the deck, landing in front of you, Cloud.
As the deck lists off to the side, Clout leaves lines in the deck as he scrapes across. And then he looks up at the wyvern. Oh, good. Something to punch.
As you stand up, another one lands off to the back, and one in the front. A third one tears at the sail, and you feel the ship lurch forward.
Hey, stop that!
While the deck is lurching, I would like to think that Raleigh falls off of Aldrin's leg and just like starts rolling across the deck.
Just tumbling.
Raleigh, why? I'm gonna punch the wyvern.
Punch that wyvern.
I do it. Ah! Oh, that wasn't a great roll. It's 12.
You go to punch it, and it glances off the wyvern's armor. And it looks, both heads kind of go down at you.
Hi.
Are we getting into any sort of initiative? Or...
Yeah, are we going to
Or do we want to take our break before we start rolling initiative?
Not yet, because as the wyvern opens its mouth to attack you, the ship lurches to the left and flings it off the side as another giant wyvern breaks the ship in two, sending it plummeting to the ground. And as it plummets, you hear Wee Joe just yell, "Brace!" And you see the ground and sand reaching up at you, and everything goes black as you hit the ground with force and an impact. Last thing you hear are the wyverns screaming and screeching overhead.
It was really great playing with you guys. I really liked this opportunity to play with characters.
All right, we got to reload the last save file. Clearly, there's something that we missed here.
We reacted too slowly. Let's try it again.
Those pesky QuickTime events.
I forgot to miss a step in time. I forgot I had it. We just gotta.
I sort of just wanted to see what would happen if we failed, but now I actually feel like we need to progress the plot.
Exactly. Why they made these sprites and these environments? Might as well check them out.
Yeah, you got to hear every voice line.
Every alternative.
Especially whenever most of them are just Raleigh screaming.
I hate all of you.
So we can take a break there as we can dive into the second half of the story after that.
Alrighty. Well,
Hey.
I'd like to say, Jen, thank you for running this so far. This is great. I'm scared and I want more. And we are going to be getting more when we come back from our break. So we're going to be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to bit.ly/adventure merch, where you can pick up some awesome merch, or maybe check us out on an audiocast, leave a review, leave a better rating. You could check us out on any of the audiocasts under Indoor Adventures, because I would like for this year to be the year that we beat the Indoor Air Conditioning Repair Podcast. If we can do that, man, that's how we'll know that we've made it. So we're gonna be quick on our break, and we will see you guys shortly. So don't go no place. All right, everybody. Bye-bye. And we're back. We are back. We are unconscious, and our airship is down.
The Lodana has crashed.
I don't want to say I told you so, but
Are we awakened, or are we just all unconscious currently?
we died. That's the
Oh, cool. Nice.
Aldrin, you take 26 points of bludgeoning damage as you weren't wearing the necklace. And as the Lodana crashed, your companions went by without damage, but you elected to ignore the advice of your guild leader. That's taking fallen damage.
F.
As
said
you
26?
all wake up. Yeah, it rolled low.
That's okay.
consequences.
To your
Where will you learn
Okay.
that your actions have consequences?
That's something
Raleigh,
that Raleigh has literally said.
Yeah, it's like Raleigh, don't rub it in. He's already feeling it.
But you're awake and you're on a beach next to the crashed and broken Lodana. None of the crew are in sight. You are alone, washed up on shore.
Yeah, I hate sand. What the cloud? Raleigh?
Yep, YOLO. I'm here.
You see two little goblin legs kicking up from out in the sand.
Raleigh! I'll go over and I'll start digging you out. Pull you out. Are you okay, Raleigh?
All right, where's Aldrin?
Oh, Aldrin!
Oh, good. Everybody's here. Nobody got hurt.
I'm so glad you're all safe.
I'm going to be using Healing Hands as an ASMR and give myself 15 points back.
Okay.
I'll just kind of stand up. If my clothes are ripped, the mending clothes property will just steadily repair them.
Clout's ripped clothes stay ripped.
Are you still visibly damaged?
Just a little.
Everybody's just like, everybody zooms around him, just like, heals? Do you need heals? We can heal you.
You guys got really lucky
Levels
back
of heals.
Oh, Aldrin, I'll make it better.
And she takes out a little like unicorn band-aid and smacks it on your leg. And I will cast Cure Wounds.
I was really hoping that was just it. That's all you were gonna
That was all you
No healing properties.
Spiritual healing would have come into play. I would have felt better.
So you apply this beautiful unicorn plaster to a very
And
angel.
you heal 8 more hit points.
All right, I'm basically at full.
How you doing there, Aldrin?
I'm feeling
all right?
fine. I feel
All
like
right.
we just got blasted out of the sky and crashed down to the ground. But honestly, looks at the wreckage around him, looks at himself. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, you know what? You sure are right. Fuck. I just remembered I have feather fall.
I'm pretty sure I can literally make all of us fly.
I did a Misty step last second to get to the ground. This is all for dramatic sake. We were all just being really dramatic hoes.
Well, that was
Not me! I have no way to fly.
Of course, we're dramatic hosts. We're the Disaster Muffins.
Exactly.
The one, you assholes, the one way I could fly was taken from me because I'm a fallen ASMR. My wings don't work.
Aw, that's so
Oh,
sad.
that sounds like a personal problem.
We're awful.
We're a group of disaster muffins. What the fuck do you want?
I love how Aldrin has like this genuinely like terrible, awful backstory, and like everybody's just like, "Suck it up, you big baby."
I am
We all
not a
have
baby
dead
man.
people. Doesn't give you an excuse to be an asshole.
What do we notice in the surrounding area?
Make me a perception check.
I'm a fucking orphan. I don't bring it up every time.
9.
There's a lot of water, a lot of broken ship.
Raleigh is very preoccupied because her dragon stuffy has been ripped.
Oh no! Does anybody have mending?
I do.
Oh well, okay then.
Like I'm just being a dramatic hoe about it.
Okay.
Look, mending takes a minute to work.
So I'm just like, shit. What do I name it?
Oh.
Delaney!
And then she goes and starts bending it.
Anybody else want to roll perception, maybe?
Oh yeah, we probably should do that.
I would.
All right. How's about us? 19.
18 plus 14.
That's 32 for you, and I got a 17.
Why do I even bother?
I mean, all of you, aside from Raleigh, see as you turn around a jungle line of trees behind you. They have a beautiful display of flowers and fauna. You see giant butterflies kind of flit in and out and dance among the leaves, and you see a path kind of snake from the beach into the forest, the jungle forest itself.
Shield
I want to repeat that I'm still having Tomb of Annihilation flashbacks,
Yeah.
and none of this feels good. All of this feels bad.
Despite the devastation around you, the scene is very serene
That's
and
nice.
calming.
Cloud is gonna walk to the jungle edge, and whistle, and call down a bird, and use his Spirit Seeker Speak with Animals ability. And
Okay.
he's gonna talk to that bird.
It's odd. You call for a bird, but something else appears, and it's
Oh.
strangely beautiful. It's a mix between a fuzzy lizard and kelp as it kind of floats down towards you, chirping softly. that has beautiful yellow, green skin, bright, bug-eyed blue eyes. It kind of flicks its feathered ears at you.
Do I know what this is?
Put out.
It's a monster
Roll
hunter.
me history. Yeah, just history and see if you know what this particular animal is.
Clout puts out his arm for it to land on. I imagine he's looking away as it lands, and then he actually looks at what just landed on his arm and like, ugh.
I got an 8.
You're not quite sure what it is, Eldrin, but it seems to like Cloud a lot and kind of shuffles over. It's heavier than you thought it was. Cloud doesn't really seem to have wings, but just seems to float in this weird ethereal seaweed-like way, like it's being moved by the ocean.
Ooh,
It
that's really
chirps
cool.
at you.
Oh, he chirps back.
The ears flicker forward as you see another one kind of appear and kind of float around your head.
That's right, bitches. I'm the Disney princess of the group.
I'm not saying that the last time we had a lot of flying things near us, they sunk our battleship, but
Clearly, we've got our feet planted directly on the ground, so this one's gonna turn out just fine. It's not gonna be bad. So Clout asks Lizard Breath where we are.
The creature kind of tilts its head, and the other one that's flying above you speaks up and says, Rosewyvern.
Yeah, okay, that's where I expected we were gonna be. You guys haven't happened to you don't have you seen any undead around here? Any sort of disturbance in the forest? The jungle? Jungle. It's a very nice jungle.
The one sitting on your arm kind of unfurls its tongue. It's like a butterfly tongue and kind of feels along your cheek, Clout, as the one above your head answers again. Nope.
Oh, that's creepy. I'm gonna have to ask you to stop that shit out right now.
I'm gonna be like, oh, look at you, so cute.
Be
You're
careful,
so
it could be
cute."
poison.
Oh, I doubt it. They'll like approach it and be like, oh, you are so good, aren't you?
Aldrin, I don't want to be that guy, but if they're poisonous, they're only dangerous if you eat them.
It's just his shield
Oh,
comes
wait,
down.
hold on,
A
my
little
intelligence is 8. Redacted.
bit. I'm
Alden,
assuming
I don't
you.
want to be that person, but they'll only be poisonous if you eat them.
His shield comes down a little bit. Starts looking through his sword shards.
Then the wings realized she is that person.
Raleigh finally comes over with her newly repaired dragon doll, and it's just like sniffling.
Two more of these strange creatures kind of float around you, Raleigh, and kind of cuddle up to you before you scream and then scatter as you scream, startled away from you.
What was that?
How many of them are there now? There's
4.
4? Okay. Clout isn't just like covered in them at this point.
Not yet, but
Okay.
there seems to be more in the jungle line, just watching and waiting.
I just did that thing where I asked a question and I didn't listen to the answer because I was too busy quipping. Where is
That's what
killed
happens when you
Steven.
have low intelligence, high charisma, you know?
Oh, I am that person. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Clout asked about undead or any disturbances in the area.
They haven't seen any or noticed any. They seem to be more at the jungle tree line where the beach meets the sea.
Right. Okay. And then Clout realizes that when there's a problem, but you don't realize that there's a problem, usually you're the problem. So, he's gonna stop and then look at Aldrin and be all like, "Hey, these things aren't undead, are they?"
I've never blood hunted before, but I can I can sense it, right? Is
Yeah.
that something I can do?
If you're trying to recall information on an undead, you have advantage on it,
Okay.
but you cannot be surprised by undead,
Okay.
Fiend or undead.
Fey
I'm,
fiend or undead.
Got it.
I'm
I'm
telling you.
gonna take this time where we're being Disney princesses to sit down and use my primeval awareness
Hmm.
to figure out if there is a list of things I can figure out.
We're all the specialist snowflakes. We all have something.
Let's see. For 1 minute per spell slot to expand, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within a mile of you. Within 6 miles of your aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Holy moly.
Okay.
That's quite a few of them.
Aldrin, make me a history check pertaining to Rosewyvern and its
What even are you?
environment. You can roll environment, history, and nature, particularly together.
Oh, I just remembered to look at the roll 20. It's there's an exploded ship on a seashore.
I got a 7 because I'm not very good at either of those.
All right. You do recall Rosewyvern is a site, part of the site of where the Feywild used to exist. Or it was pulled away into its own realm.
So
But-
he didn't get a sense of undead off of these guys.
Nope, these guys aren't undead. They're not
Alright.
Fey.
Gonna-
They're their
not-
own mysterious little creatures.
Oh, interesting.
They might be the Rosewyverns.
I thought that was the actual country.
That's the name of the continent.
Yeah.
It could be named
Or the
after
country.
these creatures.
The country itself is Rosewyvern.
I'm pretty sure they named the country after these.
I'm not sure it works like that. Like, yeah, I read
Really?
about this thing in the Feywild book. There's this country called Turkey, but I don't think it has any turkeys in it.
Don't be preposterous. There has
Leave
to be
that poor
turkeys
dragonborn
there.
alone. He gets enough nosebleeds as it is.
You do, you'll sense some Fey, but they're small. You're not sure how many. They're not around you, they're kind of off in the distance.
There's a fae off there. It's somewhere there's a fae. Okay. All right.
There's
Okay.
Fae around. But
All
these
right.
guys aren't anything I can tell. Aren't you? You're so cute.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to speak with them if they weren't beasts. Beasts. Okay.
They're unknown.
but
They
you
can be
have
whatever they want.
They are a beast.
I guess they can. They could also just be fae and fucking with me. Okay. So they haven't noticed any weird undead or disturbances around here. Do they know of any civilization nearby?
As you ask that question, they kind of think for a moment and then nudge themselves down the path and say, "There's a trail this way."
I see what you're saying. Probably
Yeah.
probably could follow the trail and find civilization. All right. Okay.
Of some sort, at least.
Of some sort. That's
Of
right.
some sort. You hear the echoing of some sort, some sort, some sort, some sort.
Oh, I just hear chirping because I
Yeah,
can't
you
understand
just
them.
hear chirping, but Clout hears this echoing of words.
Great.
That's not eerie at all.
This is what listening to animals talk is like, then Clout's insane. All right.
Now I understand why your intelligence is so low because you know,
Oh, my wisdom's low too. Don't get me started.
A red flower is placed on your dragon, Raleigh, by one of these creatures.
Is that a rose? Is this the rose of the Rosewyvern?
Maybe
It
these
seems
wyverns.
just, it
give
just seems to
roses
be a red
people.
flower.
we're all so distrustful now.
I'm totally down. Let's do it. I'm so ready.
All right.
Oh, wait, a trail.
We were hired for a job. That job was
Well-
to take out a necromancer.
Are we sure that there's a necromancer?
I don't know.
Are we sure this is the continent we're supposed to be on?
We were supposed to go to Rosewyvern, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So we made it. Even
Not
though our ship
everybody else
crashed.
though, so I guess that's their loss.
Oh yeah. Did anybody else survive? Oh shoot, we're not the only people in the world.
Have you? Hi, little guy. I don't know if you can understand me, but have you seen other people like us in like the water?
Clout translates.
They look between you and you see their bodies shift and sway and shake their heads.
I really hope they're not going to become the undead that we're going to have to fight later. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, I also hope that they're just not dead. On account of the fact that they're people and they didn't deserve that.
Only
Oh,
one was a
you're
people.
not-
We only named one.
It was the Captain Wee Joe.
And I think that's the way he would have wanted to go.
Aldrin, this is the reason why we're rivals.
I didn't say
Aldrin.
anything.
Oh, Aldrin! I keep sorry. Running really well.
boy.
Really sign our cast.
God. Oh, this is terrible.
Let's go down the trail. Maybe
I have
we'll figure out
just-
what's happening.
We are going down the trail.
I am.
We're gonna do
Going
that.
down the trail.
I'm gonna keep at least one of these bad boys with me.
Okay. You, out of character, have gained a little sea dragon.
Yeah, sea dragon. Oh, that's adorable. I'm writing it down. I have a
It's
sea
not
dragon.
an actual dragon. It's just
Yeah.
called that.
It's like a pseudo dragon.
Yeah, they're cute
Mm-hmm.
with
I
their
would-
weird bug eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to stealth ahead of the group and see what's what.
Okay, scout ahead. Make me some sort of scouting roll. Investigation, perception, stealth, your flavor.
And I will
Alright.
lead the way.
Well, this is a different die too. I'm just rolling really well. This is never gonna. Awful things are gonna happen to me in the next few days. I rolled an 18, and my stealth is plus 16.
All right.
34.
So as Clout kind of tries to lead the way, you just disappear off into the forest. The jungle is kind
she's-
of
She's scouting, but I'm
Yeah. yes, doing all these kind of working in tandem sort of things. And as you push ahead, Yellow, you come to a beautiful clearing with a soft waterfall draining into this nice wide basin. A beautiful marble-like stone with a stone bridge kind of breaks up this clearing. Birds twittering overhead, and your little sea dragon just kind of you see
I'm too
stairs.
impressed with both of you right now.
I know, this is great. I love this.
You see stairs across the bridge leading deeper into the jungle itself. The sun has pushed past midday at this point.
I will put a hand on the bridge, make sure it's an actual bridge and not fake like that last time. All take us over a bridge and we all fell down the cliff
Wait, what?
in imaginary terrain.
I didn't even know I was supposed to be worried about that. What?
Tomb of Annihilation is great.
Oh boy.
I'm
was
traumatized.
one
I'm just
time.
waiting for the T-Rex throwing up a bunch of undead to pop up right now.
You place your hand on the bridge. It's real. It's very real.
I said I was sorry.
You can't see me. You don't know where I am.
Okay. That's very true.
Are we there yet?
I keep
Get
on.
there when we get there.
Seeing that there's no danger, I'll wait up to make sure that the party's okay, and then I move on ahead, keep on going, see what's happening.
Okay. As your party kind of enters into this serene basin of a waterfall, beautiful, cool pool of water surrounded by intense jungle heat. Small breeze blowing through. You get a moment of respite if you want it.
I'm good.
I'm good. I don't have anything for a short rest.
Same.
YOLO.
I will come around through one of the trees behind you, and I'll pop in on your other shoulder where the sea dragon isn't. I'll be like, yes.
Jeez. Why do you always gotta do it like that?
I gotta keep you on your toes, Cloud. I'm telling you, one day we're gonna get that perception up.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's just like how we were talking about trying to get you over your fear of falling. And
It's exposure therapy.
exposure therapy.
Exposure to things that I don't notice. Did you see anything? What's going on?
No, just a really serene place. It really looks very nice. A bridge that's actually a bridge. I tested it this time. Look over at Aldrin. And then and some stairs.
Some people can't get over little cliffs.
Is your primeval awareness still up, YOLO?
No.
Okay.
I have to sit down and do it.
Okay.
But if we sit here and we want to get some respite, I can do it again. I mean, it only takes me a minute.
I mean, this is a pretty restful place, and I'm even a bard. So
I just plop down right next to you, and I go straight into concentrating to do primeval awareness.
I'm gonna peel a lute off my back. Just pull it out from underneath my armor. Start tuning it. Bling, 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 bling. Any requests?
Wonderwall.
Yeah, here's Wonderwall.
I was about to say Wonderwall.
Were you waiting for that?
Sea dragon just looks around. What?
Place Freebird.
So as you enter into your primeval awareness and your bard plays Wonderwall, you get a hit of Fae from the water. Couple points come popping up.
Ugh. Not a hint of Fae.
No. On this channel?
Delicious. My favorite flavor.
Can I do a survival check to possibly investigate on these Fae creatures as they show up?
Sure.
I'm just gonna keep on making sure, reach all the way off to the periphery of the 1 mile and keep going, and just make sure.
It seems largely concentrated in this area.
That's a 24 with survival.
All right. With the 24, you lean over and look down at the pool of water. You see seals. Beautiful little seals just bobbing up and down in the water with their big black eyes, whiskers twitching at you. One dives down into the water, then pops back up, and she's a woman. She waves at you.
It's
Seal-
Celtic Fits!
Okay, so I'm picking up on a couple of Fae, very close to us.
Mm-hmm.
YOLO.
Large concentration.
Mm-hmm.
YOLO. YOLO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
YOLO, they're right there.
I could swear I could hear somebody.
Just YOLO. YOLO.
See you, lady!
Just imagine Raleigh screaming periodically at what's going on down there. Just YOLO. YOLO. And Clout has already removed his shirt and is frolicking with the seal ladies. And no, that is a bad idea. Never frolic with anything Fae in the water.
Listen,
That is just basic pool safety.
We learned that from when we took the actual ship that one time and we encountered sirens. And as Raleigh screams, I'll peek open an eye and I'll be like, Oh yeah, that's probably them. Yeah, no, wait, hold on. No, yep, definitely them. That's the Fae. Yep.
You can roll me a nature check or a history check to see what type of Fae these are.
Are these the type of Fae that you can frolic with? I'm asking for a friend.
That is a 4.
They're nice seal women.
I mean, you know, I recognize that they're Fae because, you know, the brain doesn't lie. The brainwave thing doesn't lie. But I'll be honest with you, they look a lot like seal women.
All right.
Don't know what that means. So, you know, take it as you know.
Listen, I don't want to have like another situation like with the succubus.
You can roll 2, Aldrin, if you want, since you are a.
Though to be honest, Aldrin was the one who dropped the ball on that one.
That's all
Aldrin,
right.
you would get advantage.
Mm.
I got a 13.
You
Don't
know
even
enough
Start on
about
one of the incubus.
you know enough about these particular Fae to know they're sulkies and they're relatively harmless.
They're relatively harmless, but we don't know these ones for sure.
Relative to what? Also, hi!
The woman waves at you, Raleigh. And
Are you gonna
offers
eat
you-
us?
She shakes her head and offers you a seashell.
All right, that's good.
Put
enough
my
for
hands
me.
out. Don't ever accept anything from a fae.
Shirt off into the pool.
Dive into the pool, and the seal women kind of make room for you and swim around you. Your sea dragon kind of flits overhead.
Mm-hmm. All right, so first of all, nice to meet you. My name's Clout. You guys wouldn't, or you ladies wouldn't happen to have heard of any undead in this area, would you?
Not undead, but there is something down towards the old gravesite that we don't like.
Oh, all right. Gravesite. That sounds pretty promising. Clout raises an eyebrow to the group.
You gonna stay with us, handsome?
You know, I'd love to, but I've got a job to do.
All right. She hands you a little blue seashell.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't bring anything for you.
It's a gift.
He will pocket that. Well, actually, he won't he doesn't have pockets. Are we kidding?
Pocket that.
He's gonna put it right over his heart. He's like, it's really nice of you. And
He's telling me it's like an actual real life clam, and it's like it just comes out and it's like
Got angry eyebrows.
I don't think he can do this with anything living. So like, if it's living, it doesn't work.
No, it's just an empty blue shell.
All right, he will stick that shell onto his chest, and he will roll out of the water.
Okay. Get out.
Shirt back
and
on.
The woman dives back under and comes back up as a seal.
it was nice meeting you, Miss Seal Lady Faye.
Where's the graveyard? I'm just like looking at these seal people.
The seal women kind of look at you and dive back under the water. Gone.
This is why we like talk, Aldrin. How many times do I have
No.
to tell you this?
No, they said that we don't know where we're going.
Well, I mean, the trail hasn't been bad as of yet. We should just
Oh, it's
keep
at the end of
following.
the trail. I was thinking about the battle.
What battle?
The battle we've yet to have.
Your passive perceptions are 15 or higher. Am I correct? For all of
Mine
you?
is 24.
Mine is 14. So
14.
just short.
20.
All right. Those with a passive perception of 15 or higher will see this creature kind of emerge out of the shadows near the set of stairs and kind of point a bit.
Up the stairs?
Yes.
Ooh.
It's a very
Hi.
thin creature and it's very shaggy face and hollow eyes. Your face senses go off again. There, YOLO.
Oh, it's another Fae. Hi.
I would like to know what the fuck this
right.
is.
Roll me a check for that.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Nice.
It is a bog blight, a harmless twiggy creature that steals apple pies out of people's windows for fun.
As Aldrin is like, oh, what is this thing? I'm gonna be like skipping over to it.
You skip over to it and it's towering above you. It's about 12 feet tall and kind of looks down at you before scrunching down.
Hi, my name is Yolo. What is your name?
Just kind of bobs its head, then points up the stairs again.
Okay, you're not leading me to my death, right? You're just trying to help us?
It shakes its head.
Clout is busy sorting his tattoos.
Okay. So, our new friend, shadowy twig guy person, is telling us to go up there.
Well, I mean,
These ones are trustworthy.
I've never been steered wrong by strangers in the woods before.
Who now? Oh, fuck!
Especially not strange shadow people in the woods.
It's a bug.
They're always trustworthy.
Why is it that whenever you talk to something, it's terrifying?
I won't say terrifying. I think they're kind of handsome, aren't you?
If a bog blight could blush, it would be blushing.
They're really nice. I think we should follow.
Raleigh's
go up
gonna
there.
like start hopping up the steps.
Bog blight kind of watches you, Raleigh, then mimics you hopping up the steps, kind of leapfrogging.
Okay, it's
Still
kind of
going.
As Clout starts putting on his shirt, I'm gonna go up and scout up ahead,
Okay.
stealthing
All right.
with the shadows.
Okay.
Okay, Greenie, don't let me down.
I'm just walking. I'm not hiding. Just going for it.
9 plus 16, 25.
Yeah, you're relatively stealth, and every time the bog blight looks back at you, it looks confused in its featureless face, kind of searching for you.
Every once in a while, I'll, like, pop in and, like, wink and then pop back out.
It soon catches on what you're trying to do and just keeps following Rolly.
And I'll just run up ahead and make sure that we're not going to run into anything bad.
Okay. As your group pushes towards the Disaster Muffins push forward, the sun is starting to set. As you're a bit further north on this side of Rosewyvern, and the sun sets a bit earlier here. And you feel the coolness of the air kind of push into the once intense heat of the jungle, and as you scout ahead, you stumble into an old graveyard.
Oh, I think I found the graveyard.
Oh, it looks like the graveyard. I'll pop up behind you, Raleigh.
The bog blight flickers out of existence as you scream.
It's okay, Raleigh. It's just me. It's just me.
Ah,
Hi.
okay. Hi. You. I wasn't expecting you. You're really sneaky.
Thank you. I worked really hard. I worked really hard these past few years to try and get that. It's nice to be appreciated. Thank you.
How far behind are we to them?
I would say you're about maybe 30, 40 yards behind.
I want to try and sneak up on YOLO.
All right. Only a stealth.
Okay. All right. How's 23?
My passive is 24.
You try, Clout. You're
Close.
so close.
So close.
Raleigh rolled a 10, so as soon as you pop out,
think I need to lie down.
Hi, Raleigh.
It's okay. Would you like to ride on my shoulders?
No, I think I'm going to sit on Delaney for a bit.
And so she puts her stuffed dragon down, and then she just like climbs on top of it and just like sits on it. And then 6 mechanical like spider legs just like start popping out of the stuffing, and it just sort of just like sits there. The top straightens out a little bit, and it just starts moving just a little bit.
Honestly,
Because of course
whatever
it
is here should be afraid of us at this point. Okay, well, we're finally in the graveyard. Aldrin, come on, keep up, Aldrin. Come on, even coffee.
Just like looking around, just. There's something oddly familiar about this place.
You say that about every graveyard, though.
Could be the stench of death and decay.
There we go.
Oh, we finally got there.
You know, I am tied to the grave. Did I ever tell
Every
you?
time with this.
Did I ever tell you about what happened to me?
Oh, are we getting into our tragic backstories now?
Oh my god, Aldrin, you've told us a million times. You don't have to.
I can write a book. Maybe we should write a book and give it to Harkin back at the library. Maybe then he'll.
How about we tell you what happened to you?
And that was when they replaced the angel inside of me with a ghost. And I became the man you see before you today. You've just been rattling off.
You just see me behind him, mimicking him, even doing the very dramatic pauses.
Oh, he definitely has a rigmarole of just body movement that he does every time.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. And the wind blows dramatically through his hair.
Every time.
Every time. Yeah, and I used to punch people for a living. We get it.
We all have our backstories, Aldrin. We've lived together for 10 years. No, for 5 years. We get it. We've heard it. Mr. Necromancer, please put us out of Mr. Necromancer. Put us out of
Roll perception for this graveyard.
Any point. Feel free to interrupt any moment now. Won't stop.
Something better show up that I can punch, because if not, it's gonna be Aldrin.
22.
20.
Something better show up because I just summoned my arcane turret.
So, as you step into this ancient graveyard with crumbling stone and a broken building in the far back, the twilight hours of the fading sun draws the shadows long and narrow across the brittle brown grass that fills the cracked ground beneath your feet. The wind is low and sour when it blows. As you look, those who rolled above 15, you see the far building. No, you all see it. It's kind of hard to miss. You see the building kind of crumble as this large, gigantic, maybe huge shape kind of pulls itself out of the building. Stones breaking across the ground as it pulls itself to its full height. Its skin is made of bone? Ivory, it's hard to tell. Its eyes are a deep glowing red, and its mouth is a lipless, curling smile of jagged, rotten teeth as it looks at all of you, holding a staff in its large hand.
Is it smiling?
It doesn't seem to be smiling, it just seems to be curious as it steps forward.
I want to know what the fuck this is. So I am going to most certainly use my Hunter's Bane to find out about this critter. That is a 16.
You don't know.
Or, sorry, yeah, a 16. Well, that's not good. I've never seen this before. I'm being
Do we
serious.
kill it?
As you say that, the eyes shift towards you, Raleigh.
Hi.
It speaks. The voice is deep, reverberating, and echoes across the recesses of your mind. I am Mathis, father of the abyss.
Oh, I've never done well in math. Math is...
He tilts his head, curious again, before he continues on. I am the understanding God, the one who listens. Why have you come here? His voice seems to break and shake the shadows on the ground.
So we got a job from Mr.
What was his name? Who's the guildmaster? Martin?
Monty.
From Mr. Monty, who said that there was a disturbance in Rosewyvern, and there was like some undead and stuff, and we were on a boat over here, except it wasn't a boat that was in the water, it was in the sky and everything, but then a whole bunch of wyverns, and some of them had 2 heads and everything, they started attacking the boat, and then we fell, and then all of our people disappeared whenever we fell. And Aldrin got a boo-boo.
I see. Looks towards Aldrin. A boo-boo.
God.
I fell from the sky.
So you've come to seek the riddles to your problems.
Well, not our problems, but somebody else's problems. We're just here to solve it because apparently people can't solve their problems by themselves, and that's why Mr. Monty made a guild.
I'm sorry, did you say the riddles?
The riddles.
Oh, shit.
Oh man, why is it always a why?
Yolo, are you any good at riddles?
I don't think so. According to my stat sheet, I only have a 12 intelligence. I have a 16 wisdom though.
I've got an intelligence of 19. I mean, I
Aldrin,
like
are you-
riddles.
Are you any good at riddles, Aldrin? I
You
can't
just-
think of anybody that would be good at riddles.
It is my
God.
greatest shame as a ghost slayer. I am not a riddle master.
What's your riddle?
Shit, nobody's good at riddles here.
Oh, one person. What a shame.
What's your riddle? I want to know your riddle.
You see Mathis kind of sit and hunker down on the ground, his form still very large, his 6 eyes kind of just watching you, pulsating in the dark and dying light. The riddle is simply this. Do you know the ancient gods?
Personally?
Like I'm
Historically.
I'm like 9 years old, so not really. Like, I've never met any of them, because I think they're at least 10 years old.
That's
Can I
You
make
earn
a
a smile from this ancient being.
You should probably know this, right?
I mean, I've lived a while, but like, it's never been my like. Where's my religion? No, +2. There was other things happening at the time. I was training, learning how to live off of the land. Not many people talk to you when you're living off of the land. And then I joined the guild. Well, there was some stuff before that, tragic backstory stuff, whatever. And then the guild, and then they don't really. I mean, you've met Harkin. He's not very nice, and he's kind of like the lore master. He doesn't really tell people anything.
Yeah, Harkin's kind of a dick.
So like, me and religion, we're like, it's like hit or miss. It depends which one you're asking about.
Mm-hmm.
Might
Yep.
know like something.
Yep, my religion's +1, and that's with all of my bard bonuses.
Oh my gosh.
Can
What
I?
if it's
What do we need to know about the ancient gods?
Were the ancient gods, fey fiends, or undead?
You hear a deep rumbling chuckle. No.
Fuck.
But Mathis leans forward and says that they became one.
What?
Then I would like to use my Hunter's Bane to possibly find out about this thing.
Sure.
That sounds really dramatic. Aldrin, this is gonna be right up your alley.
That's
Not
a
another
15.
tragic backstory.
I mean, but they didn't ask us any particular question. They just said, like, do you know about them?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, do you know the Muffin Man?
Because we're
he's
the
kind of a disaster.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I got a 15
It's me, bitches.
on my check.
You got a what?
15.
15. You know that there were 4 ancient gods before that created the world. And they disappeared. And the new gods took over, which caused the calamity. And that's the pantheon you know today. Mathis, having explained he is the understanding god and father of the abyss, something kind of twigs in your mind. He might be referring to himself.
And I'll say we're speaking to one right now.
What?
Wait, what?
One of the old gods. And he'll motion towards Mathis and say, one of them.
But like, didn't they like die after the calamity?
You can't kill a god. They only go into hiding.
And that's awfully presumptuous of you. I mean, have you ever talked to a god?
Motions towards Mathis.
Mathis, towering 30, 40 feet above you, kind of gives you a look, YOLO. Here's my proposal. Join me or fight me, and you will have your answers.
I don't. Why would I join?
But-
What is
but-
the cost equivalent here? We're an adventuring
Mhm.
group.
Or you
Yeah.
die.
I'd like to not do that. Like,
Put
we're
his
just here
sunblade
to
out.
like stop some undead.
Aren't you the person doing all the undead?
He stands. Join me. Fight me.
But
What,
We
what
answered.
exactly does joining you do? Honestly, I don't know what you stand for.
I am the abyss.
Okay, all right.
stand for nothing.
That
But
is
what do you fall for?
So Mathis
Cyber,
rolls.
you are inherently something in me that you will regret.
I am sunbladed out.
Oh, son of a bitch. Every time we can't just go somewhere nice for once. We're having a nice right cause Hunter's mark on this person.
Mathis says, I stand for that which was lost, forgotten. I grant power, understanding, and knowledge.
All right. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Cool. All right. What would you ask of us, though?
Oddly, I've heard the sales pitch before, and it was when I was back in the crime league. So like, I'm a little bit wary right now. You're gonna have to upsell this a little bit more to me.
Yeah. What you're speaking to a tiefling, a fae, and this dramatic asshole.
I have my lightsaber and my sword out, just like rearing to go.
Like we know how like the whole pact deals thing goes. So like you're gonna have to be upfront with us. What do you want from us?
Actually, my whole family's like already pledged to somebody, so I think I have to pass on this one.
I will not take the place of your gods.
It's not
Simply
really a
spread my
god,
name.
But
Who? I don't. What is their name then? Oh, I went into it.
It's Mathis, father of
I'm
Venus.
sorry. I'm really bad at listening sometimes. I'm too busy looking around, making sure that nothing's gonna sneak up on us. Sorry.
yes, we're probably not gonna do that well with the god of listening and understanding.
I have my shield up. Even more like defensive stance.
Mathis, you gotta be straight with me here. I'm good at fighting. That's what I do. And you're giving me a choice between fighting and joining you, but I don't know who you are.
He strikes the staff against the ground and you see voids ripple around you, cracking and splitting the earth open. I am power.
But like, why? Oh. What is our end game here? Like, am I gonna have to fight other gods because of you, or like?
You'll have my protection. And you will have the Smiling Lord's protection. As he looks to one side before looking back to you.
Are you... Hold the phone.
Smiling Lord?
You've been implying that you're like some sort of god, but you're beholden to something else?
He's my creator.
So you're not a god. Wait, do I just not understand what a god is?
This guy's got a bigger fish.
Can we meet the smiling part god?
You see Mathis kind of pull back, surprised.
Sorry.
Is that what you wish?
No,
I don't
didn't
know.
say that. I didn't say that.
We kind of just want the like undead to stop, so that we can go back, and I can get a place in the library again, so I can read more fairy stories.
We still have we have 250 to finish this job, you know?
It is past Raleigh's bedtime.
It's way past my bedtime.
So choose fight or drawing.
Gosh.
Did you say drawing?
Join.
Oh. Like, that was eerie a little bit.
That sugar really shook you up, huh, Aldrin?
I fell hundreds of feet out of the sky.
Look, I'm like 9 years old. I'm afraid of that kind of commitment. I'm not really ready for that. So I think we kind of had to fight.
Yeah, I'm 125. I still have like another solid 600 years if I'm lucky.
Yeah,
so...
we're like babies. So
there's a small...
except Aldrin. Aldrin's old as fuck. I mean,
yeah, Aldrin, you could die tomorrow. Honestly, I don't know. His tragic
Look at his
backstory-
hair. The man is ancient.
he's already showing signs of his ghost.
I mean, we just heard him. He totally thought you said something else. I think dementia's starting to kick in. It's really tragic.
He's going deaf. Yeah, honestly, he's just got 1 foot in the grave already.
So I think you're just gonna have to fight us, dude.
Mathis stands and nods. So be it.
Okay, well, I
For
mean, no hard
initiative.
feelings. No hard feelings, Mr. Not God. Ooh.
11.
11 from
15.
Right.
plus 6. 21.
Oh,
a
God.
21 from who? YOLO?
YOLO.
From you, Clout?
25.
25. Aldrin?
16.
16. 16. Okay, and Mathis? 8. Rolling off. It's so fun. I love it. All right, so Clout, YOLO, Aldrin, Raleigh, Mathis. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Top of the order. As the ground shakes as Mathis rises back up to his feet. Clout.
Mm-hmm.
Staring down at you is this large, ancient deity.
Cool. Is it? Oh, am I at the top of the round? I
Yeah,
thought he was
you're
at the top of the round. I was like, all right, bring it on.
Just stand there and mouths.
All right. Clout's gonna kind of crack his head off to the side and crack his neck. And he is going to point a finger in Mathis's direction. Like a finger gun.
Like a finger gun.
And then think better of that and turn that finger back on himself, and he's gonna cast. No. I'll go ahead and do this. Yeah, no, never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and cast blindness blindness on this bad boy.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He rolled a 19.
19. All right. Well, he makes it. So, I imagine the way this looks is that like a bolt of light comes flying out of his finger and just bounces off of Mathis's head. Clout will just crack his knuckles and rage, and that will be his turn.
All right. Next to the turn order, as you see Mathis reflect the spell yellow.
I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on this dude,
All right.
and then I'm going to try and hit him with my bow. Arrow.
Okay.
I guess my arrow is not my bow. 17 plus 14, whatever number that is.
That definitely hits.
Okay, sweet. Oh, what are longbows? It's been such a long time. Okay, and what is Hunter's Mark? That's a D6, right? Hunter's Mark D6.
I think so.
D8. And no one's. Did you go up onto him, Clout?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So I do not get sneak attack. Alright. So that is 6 plus 9. 15.
All right.
With my first attack. Second attack. 15 plus 14. 29 to hit.
All right. That hits.
Okay, and this one will use Colossal Slayer, Colossus. That's a D8. Okay, I only have one of those. I'll have to re-roll that one. Okay. That is 6 plus 5. That's 11 plus... No, that's the wrong one. Plus 1.
So
12.
12.
Yeah.
All right.
Second attack.
You fire these arrows and they stick underneath this plated bone skin, and Mathis just kind of rolls his shoulder, breaking them.
I'm gonna try to find some cover behind roll 20. I guess one of these grave things heads.
They will provide you half cover. They will not provide you full cover.
If you're within 10 feet of Raleigh and her big stuffy, you actually get half cover because of the turret.
Oh, shit! Hell yeah! I'll do
So,
that.
Okay, behind the dragon turret, you have half cover.
That'll be my turn.
All right, Aldrin. Mm-hmm. He looks imposing. He doesn't give a whole lot of away. How far are you, Clout, just for my notes, from Mathis?
How far am I?
Yeah.
I would be in front of everybody else. I would have put myself between him and the party.
So 10, 20, 30 feet?
Sure.
20 feet. What is that at? Okay, cool. Continue, Aldrin, as you rush up close. Okay. Yep, that hits. Okay. As you slash, your sword ripples as the damage doesn't seem as deep as you thought it should have been. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, 31 hits.
Jeez, man.
I realized that I was muted, so on the stream, but I fixed it, Orlok. But yes, I have put the black shard into the sunblade. I swung. So then that is going to be, God, what do I add for all of this?
That is a good question.
That is a very good question.
Math.
It's the worst. So... Oh, it's just my right damage is necrotic. What is my right damage? Oh, it's a D8. Okay. Cool. So that is 6 points of necrotic, and then 7 points of... No, it'd be 16 points of radiant after that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use another ability that I have, which is called my spectral something or other. There it is. It is called Supernatural Surge. So when I use my attack action, I can attack 3 times instead of twice and temporarily become spectral and move through other creatures as if they were difficult terrain.
Okay. As you slash with your necrotic blade, you notice the damage seems to be harsher.
Excellent. Good. And then that is a 27 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And then that is going to be 5 points of necrotic damage and 11 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Then I just bring my shield up.
Okay. Mathis kind of recoils and looks towards you, and that horrible, lipless, grinning mouth kind of laughs at you.
That's right, focus on me.
Raleigh.
Raleigh is going to reach into her bag and take out a second giant black dragon plushie.
You got 2 of those?
She has 2 of them. And she's going to yeet it 10 feet over to her, and then it's also going to sprout 6 spider legs and start just like standing upright. Its face gets straight as well. And then she's going to jump off of one and reach into her bag and take out and start rummaging around for something. But then she's just going to say, get them Talanis! And from their bleppy little stuffed animal mouths, they're just gonna like open up a little bit, and each one of them is going to send out this like little shockwave,
Okay.
and attack with a fourth ballista.
Ooh.
So this one is going to be, what's my spell attack? A 28 to hit.
Yep, 28 hits.
And what about a 20?
20 just hits.
Buh.
Buh.
Buh. Okay. So each of the Chilenis is going to do 2d8 points of force damage on this guy.
Right, yeah.
For a total of 20 points of force damage.
Nice. All right.
As they just go,
Bleh.
The cutest little blah. Just smash across Mathis's chest as he kind of reels back and leans forward, slamming his staff on the ground and looks at you all. Good. My turn.
and everybody who is within 10 feet of this ballista gets +2 to their dexterity saving throws and armor class. So please, please keep that in mind.
Okay.
You see Mathis reach out with a bony hand and pull it towards him as the sky rips open. You see these voids of blackness just swirl, almost in a tornado-like pattern around you all. Everybody make me a dexterity saving throw.
Get +2.
Oh, I am built for these. I'm part barbarian, part rogue, mister.
Do my fourth ballistas also need to take this?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to use one of my blood maledicts for it is the blood curse of the fending right. Whenever you are subject to a spell that requires a dex save, I can use my reaction to give myself +5 on the roll.
Nice. Nice.
I rolled a 24.
Okay.
I rolled 19.
Okay.
I
My
too rolled a 19.
Excuse me.
My ballistas both rolled under a 9.
Oh wait,
Okay.
hold on. We get a bonus to dex saves, right?
+2.
+2. All right, so 21.
Okay.
All right, I believe. Yep. With my +5, I got a 10.
All right. Everybody who rolled under 18 takes 26 necrotic damage
Ouch.
as this
Owie.
dark just surrounds you and tears at your skin. Those who rolled above 18 take half of that.
How much was that?
27.
Half of 18 is, or 26 is
13.
yes.
I get to have that again because of evasion as a
Mhm.
rogue.
I have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage,
Mhm.
so I only take half of that as well.
All right.
And my rage persists.
And Mathis kind of pulls it on himself, ending his turn. Clout.
All right, Mathis. I'm gonna punch him.
All right,
Help
punch
me.
him. Punch him.
Get him.
I'm
Kill.
gonna punch him.
I'm ready for you to grapple a god.
I'm gonna try. Boy,
Drop
howdy.
Oh my God.
I sure will. Okay, does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes, just hits.
Awesome. All right. Well, he's going to take. Hold on. I'm only supposed to roll one of these. I got a little excited there. He's going to take 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
+2 actually. 11 bludgeoning damage because rage.
Mhm.
And then I get to roll to grapple him as a bonus.
Grapple this god.
I'm gonna do it.
Grapple him.
My name's Clout, and I'm here to grapple. All right. 28 plus 5 is a number. 33.
Let's see what he does.
He has to beat 33 in athletics or acrobatics, I believe.
Yeah, he fails, and you've grappled his leg because he's
Yes.
bigger. He's a couple sizes bigger than you.
Cloud is just like punches him in the knee and just grabs it.
Yes.
This is me.
That's a very confused and angry god looking down at you.
I'm here to help. All right, that's my turn.
All right, YOLO.
The only thing that changes is that his speed is 0 at this moment.
All
That's
right. That's great.
All right, I'm gonna attack him again.
Great.
All right, that is a 12 and 13 plus 14.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's put those away. Okay, so the first, that's not my D8, that's my D8. So with Hunter's Mark still going, oh, and someone's there now. So now I could use the other get. I think it's 2d6 I get for sneak attack right now. Yeah, so 2d6 plus 1d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
That is 4, 3. That's 7 plus 6, which is 13. Plus another d8 for my Colossus Slayer.
Ooh.
I already forgot the first number. What was it? 13?
Yep.
Plus 3, 16 for the first one. Then my second one is just a d8. Wait, do I get more? Wait, hold on. Spells, actions. There we go. Plus 9. So that 16 plus 9.
Okay.
Okay, and then Hunter's Mark I think only applies on one attack, so I think this is just a straight d8 plus 9. Alright, that's a 1 plus 9, that's 10 is my next attack.
Okay. Cool.
And I will continue to hide next to this
Yeah. Yes, alright. Aldrin.
All right, so on this beast is myself, Clout, and Yolo. You said you were staying in the back with Raleigh?
Raleigh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So as my action, what I am going to do is that I am going to use my Necrotic Shroud ability. So the angel wings that I still have on my back from being an ASMR flex out in these large skeletal wings. He needs to make a charisma saving throw unless he is immune to being frightened, which I'm assuming he is since he's the voice of the void.
Yeah, as you make your wings crawl out, he just looks at you and says, "Try again."
And at that, I say, "Give me 6 more seconds." And I'll bring up my Sunblade and put my hand on it. And I am going to use, as my bonus action, the Rite of the New Dawn. So on top of the extra necrotic damage that I already have with my Crimson Rite, the Rite of the New Dawn gives me an additional 5 radiant damage whenever I hit a thing.
Okay.
But I had to use my Rite. So, that's some more of that. It's alright. Damage from that one's halved, which is neato. So yeah, that's it for me, is that I have shred, my wings come out, and I look intimidating.
Alright. Raleigh.
So Raleigh's gonna finish and take out this massive crossbow that is definitely bigger than she is. That's just made out of this like shiny black black metal, and it's got a little bit of a hum to it. Like this is definitely a magic weapon that she has made of this raven steel.
Nice.
And she's gonna say,
Delaney's.
and they're gonna do 2 more force ballista attacks.
Alright.
for a 13, which is not going to hit. And that's cocked. Sorry. And a 11, which is also not going to hit. She's going to be like, "Come on, guys!" And then she's going to I don't want to judge this first one. Nope. 13's not going to hit with the first shot from the crossbow. This is just a bad turn.
So your turrets try to hit Mathis, and he
And a
just
20 for the second attack.
20 hits.
As the crossbow it recoils and then shoots another crossbow
Nice.
propelled by this magic because my arcane armament.
Nice.
I want to use this one
Uh-huh.
for 13 points of piercing damage, but I also want to use Fury of the Small
Okay.
to add another 15 points of damage on top of that.
Ooh, nice. Nice. All right.
So that was 28 points of damage.
Yeah. Mathis kind of wraps his hand around the arrow and bolt and drops it to the ground.
And that was a magical attack, by the way.
Yes. And he gives a small nod to you, Raleigh. A sign of respect. Something you didn't expect from this ancient god. As he strikes down on Clout with his staff.
Yeah.
For a 23 to hit.
Oh, that'll definitely hit.
I would like to use my Blood Curse of the Eyeless to impose disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. So the disadvantage would be 20.
Well, that's good. I'll just be steadily killing myself.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Blood hunters, man.
What kind of
That's
damage?
stuffing it.
You take 19 bludgeoning damage and 4 necrotic damage as the staff strikes you in the side.
All right, I have both of those because I'm raging.
Okay. And then you see Aldrin, his arm kind of sweep out at you as he multi-attacks for a 29 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
To Aldrin.
Oh,
to
sorry.
me.
I thought-
Oh, for sure.
It still definitely hits though.
I thought you were hitting Clout. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
No,
I thought I was getting hit
Nice.
too.
Uh,
We were all on board for that.
Raleigh and Yolo are too far because it's only a 20-foot reach.
That is fine.
Clout's hanging onto his knee, so
Yeah!
it'll just be Aldrin. You take 19 bludgeoning and 3 necrotic as he just kind of sweeps his arm across and smacks you across the face.
Okay.
Ugh,
It's okay to take a tactical retreat.
my perfect angel face.
I'm a healer.
Clout.
Awesome.
Just
I'm gonna,
Mathis.
I'm gonna try and drag him prone. I'm gonna,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
shove him. Yeah. Oh,
Push him.
that wasn't a great roll. Okay. 22.
22.
And I think the way that shoves work is that he has to. It's basically just another grapple.
Okay,
but
so
it's a shove instead.
22. You rolled a 19.
Awesome.
As you push him, somehow you manage to topple this giant god to the ground.
I think that what he does is that like he's just holding onto his leg and he just starts twisting. Like he's just putting his shoulder into his knee and he just eventually like boom and then like knocks him over. And he's just holding him down now. I'll hold him, you punch. That's it.
All right.
But he now has his movement is 0. And since you need to use movement in order to stand up, he cannot stand. Advantage for everyone.
That is true. That is true. That's the. All right. Yellow, you see the giant of a god just collapse to the ground. Your friend Clout's clinging onto his bony leg.
Well, I'm just checking something because I think this is inconvenient for me.
Yeah, this really sucks for everybody using ranged attacks.
Oops.
By the powers of the Dark Blade.
I'm helping.
You're sure helping a lot.
All right, well, that's just disadvantage. We're just gonna have to hope for the best.
Hold the phone. You guys have to have like some sort of ranged attacks or
That doesn't mean that we want to get close to a god.
melee attack.
Yeah, I'm not getting close to this god. Thank you very much. I'd still have disadvantage.
I pushed a god over for you. Ungrateful.
I actually do want to send my Talanis up a little bit, so if you could move up a little bit so you could still be behind
Do
it.
you want me to move? Do you want me to move him? I can still move him. I have movement. I can drag the god.
Okay, so I can still do sneak attack. All right, so do I have 4 of these? No, I'll just roll these twice. So that's a 15, 12. Okay. So that's a 12 and a 3. So the 3 doesn't hit. That would be a 17. 14 plus 14, that's 28. That one would still hit. No, 12 plus 14 still hits. Because that's more than 20.
Mm-hmm.
Man, now I can't use sharpshooter. That's so annoying. That's fine. All right. So, with the one I did hit, that is going to be a D8 plus 9, which is 7 plus 9. That is 16 plus 1 for Hunter's Mark. 16 plus 5 is 21 plus another 2d6 for sneak attack. Which is 7. So that was 21, 7, 28. Then another d8 for Colossus Slayer. Plus 3. So that's 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I thought I was going to be the most complicated character.
No.
So
bro.
21 damage plus 7 plus 31, right?
Yeah, 31.
He's looking real hurt.
And I am gonna just, continue on sneaking with this thing Raleigh has for his special awesomeness.
Okay. Aldrin.
Okay, so Aldrin is going to do his supernal surge and become spectral as he begins fighting, and it's almost like a flicker effect over him because he has these dark necrotic wings that are over his back. He has the sword in front of him, and he just starts to shimmer kind of in and out of the corporeal and dead zone. But he is going to take his Sunblade in both hands, and then he is just going to start, he's going to make his first strike against this creature.
With advantage.
With advantage. That's why he switched to using 2 hands. So that is going to be a 30 to hit. I'm assuming it does. Alright, so then that is 2d8. So that is going to be 17 points of radiant damage. Or, sorry, 23 points of radiant damage. And then 21 points of necrotic damage.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
So...
More hit points. After your little, YOLO got done with him.
I imagine it's one of those, like, he begins to start, like, having this heroic monologue, and the other 3 are just like, oh my god! Now, really? And he just says, I am the balance between light and darkness. I am the watcher between the living and the dead. And you. And he points his blade as he shimmers into his ghost form. And as he points at Mathis and says, I will happily take you into the afterlife. And since he's a spirit form, he can move through things. So it is just that drastic uppercut where he starts the swing on one end of this god and then emerges out of the other side, returning to his corporeal state after. And then his sword just zzz, he catches the dark blade shard and puts it back into the little box on the side.
Nice. As you monologue and pass through math, as you feel the edge of the abyss across your mind, and as you end up on the other side, his form fades away.
Yay! You did it! And you did it with a really cool monologue.
Yeah, really cool monologue.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't have to roll these 10d4.
Arjan, lead from another game.
Yeah! Is it over?
As you stand there momentarily reveling in the fact you took down a god, someone appears between you and just goes, "Well done."
Who is it?
Oh, I don't like that shit.
Who is it?
Oh boy, here I go.
Knock knock.
Are you the actual god?
As you turn around towards the voice, shadows just curl upwards and float and form into a very thin body. A pale face with a wide, Joker-like smile and voidless eyes and curly white hair tumbles around this horrific face that just grins and leers at all of you.
This is the one that smiles.
And lightsaber's back on.
I moved my hunter's mark to him.
Are we still in
Don't
initiative?
drop my rage.
No, you're no longer in initiative. He's just standing there, looking at you, pleased.
This shit lasts an hour, 8 hours, because I had to do it at a higher level. I can concentrate all goddamn day, motherfucker. Let's go.
Oh no, are you gonna monologue too?
The being looks towards you, Raleigh, and just shakes his head.
Okay. Why are you here?
He gives a bow. I am the Smiling Lord. Thank
Oh.
you for weeding out weakness in my ranks.
Oh boy.
Are you causing all the undead? Because like we really want that to stop.
I am.
Okay, can you please stop it?
No.
Okay.
Okay, Tlaney's.
All right.
Everyone, about face. Let's all about face.
All right, we're about to roll initiative.
Yep. Got my sword
As
up.
you
Cloud
speak,
just starts walking towards him, like cracking his knuckles.
2 more figures appear.
Oh no!
You feel a celestial wave just kind of ripple over you, and then you feel a dark necrotic wave echoing as these 2 figures stand on either side.
Ah. Hi.
Hello.
I advise you to leave. The Smiling Lord kind of gestures back down the path you came from.
Well, we can't do that until the undead are taken care of, because if we don't, then we can't get our stuff from Mr. Monty, and I won't be able to check out books from the library anymore.
You heard the
What's-
goblin. Library books.
What books do you want?
Like fairy tale books.
He reaches into his cloak and pulls out a very pristine fairy tale book and offers it to you.
Ah, wait.
Don't take that.
Are you a fae?
I
Because
am
I'm not supposed to take stuff from a fae.
I'm older than the Fae.
Oh, I don't think that's really good. I'm 9 years old.
That is quite young. The book is yours, a gift from
Well,
me.
well, I don't know. I think gifts are like the same thing as like giving. You're not supposed to take stuff from the fae. Look, we just really need the undead to stop, because we need to keep our reputation as Disaster Muffins.
Why don't you just lie?
Why?
Well, lying's bad.
Why exactly do you have undead terrorizing Rosewyvern. Mr. Lord.
It is time for the old gods to return, don't you think?
I really have no opinion on the matter. I don't really know any of you guys except, kind of vaguely. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I literally just heard of you when that other guy was talking. I really, really thought he was just fucking with us, and that a smiling god wasn't an actual thing.
My understanding is that the last time a new set of gods took over, there was a huge calamity. So I don't think we're gonna. I don't think it's a good idea to let that happen again. If I'm being honest.
Instead of a calamity, the rise of the dead, an all-out war upon the living.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
All right.
I mean, we're living, and I don't think we would like being in a war.
Yeah. No. But all of that sounds terrible.
I will grant you a boon for killing weakness in my ranks.
But I think we would rather just not let the thing happen.
Yeah.
If our boon can be the stop of the war, then we will
I'll be honest
happy.
with you. I'm not really much for the hero thing. I'm much more for like the hunting, killing thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of encroaching on the hero thing. But like, I
Mhm.
get,
That's right.
you could just not have undead, and then like we could still get paid.
You see him ponder for a moment before looking to the two figures behind him, and he gives a small nod. No one dead then. Deal.
Wait,
Wait, hold on.
wait.
I
Let's
don't
reverse that one.
Trick.
I don't
don't like
accept
that.
the terms.
No terms were given.
But what you just said, you accepted something without any terms, and I think that's really bad. I think I need a lawyer.
No, I'm gonna get somebody.
I think we need a documenter here.
Raleigh is too young to be accepting any terms.
I need a legal guardian.
None of us are responsible enough to be her legal guardian, so like.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but they literally call us the Disaster Muffins.
Hey,
I
it's a
know
good name.
Of all of you. I know
fuck.
of your guild. I know what you will do.
What are we
I
gonna
can't
do?
wait to see you dance and writhe and die before me.
All right.
Okay, well I guess we're fighting you then.
Yeah, I've heard enough.
That's-
Cloud's gonna punch him.
Let's roll for it.
Okay. Punch another god.
I mean, it's just been
You
that
already
kind of
grappled one today. Like,
Exactly. Ah. That did not go into the dice roller.
You can roll again.
Okay. How's about? I can do math. Don't you worry about it. I can do it. A 31.
Misses.
Misses.
All right. Okay, so we're not fighting a god.
You go to hit and you just hit air. And you hear this laugh as he starts to fade. Good
Okay.
luck, Disaster Muffin.
Thank you.
And no dead will come here
Oh no.
as he vanishes.
I did not like that guy.
So did we do it? Can we go back to the guild
Did
now?
the other two figures leave?
Yeah, they vanished when he left.
Well,
Does anybody else get the idea that we should probably run back to our guild as fast as we can go?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So you run back. It takes you a while, almost 3 days to get back to any semblance of civilization. And when you do, you realize you're still a week out from the capital city of Rosewyvern. But eventually you get back to Cork. You get back to the King's Guild, where Monty is kind of sorting his papers out, reading reports and handing them to Isla and just muttering back and forth to her.
bust in the door.
You bust in and he looks up and he's like, what?
So, okay. So there was, okay, so the ship thing really didn't work out really well. Thanks for the amulet, though. That really saved our lives.
Except for August, he got a boo-boo.
Yeah. Apparently,
Hundreds.
I don't know.
Stop.
Apparently his things don't work.
You're supposed to be dead. Like, I've gotten reports you are dead. He holds up the report.
Who would report that? Literally no one was there when we got there.
The news of our death is greatly exaggerated.
Same hat. God damn it.
I'm
What do you
only
do?
partially dead.
Great! What?
So it was a god doing it, and we fought like somebody who was saying that he was a god, whose name was like, Mass? I don't know. I'm not good at maths.
Mathis? His name was Mathis.
Yeah, Mathis, Lord of the Abyss. That was his name.
But then the smiling guy came up and said, "Oh, well, thank you for taking out the weak one." And then he said, "Oh, well, I think it's time for all the old guys to come back." And so he's just like, so you think that's a good idea? We're like, well, no, we don't really know the guys.
This goes on for
Yeah,
some
she
time.
goes off on a tangent, on a tirade, I think is the better word for it.
I just hear the cinema sins ding. This goes on for some time.
Yeah.
And I'm
See
like,
Monty kind of sit back in his chair and you see a look of worry cross over his face.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I was worried that you were going to make that exact same expression, Monty. This isn't good, is it?
No. Here. He pushes coin towards you. It's best you forget about what you've seen and heard for a bit.
That's going to be very difficult.
Do your best.
But why?
yeah, I mean, he kind of told us that he was looking forward to seeing us writhing to our deaths.
Yeah, it was really scary and also kind of rude.
It definitely threatened our lives. Did not appreciate that.
Like, it was very hard to hit. I mean, I saw like a really good punch come out of Cloud, and he did not hit him, not even a
Some
little
of my
bit.
best work. Didn't even graze him.
Honestly, close to perfection. It was worrisome, to say the least.
You see these knuckles? I'm a good puncher, you know that.
He's got some good nooks.
I will exercise my right as your guild leader to say, forget this, and move on.
Oh. Okay. But like, what are you gonna do about it?
I don't know if you have that kind of authority.
I do, as long as you're in my guild. You're allowed back in the library. Charges have been dropped.
Yay!
If you wish to leave the guild, the exit's past the gate.
We can't
Alright.
just stand by here and watch as some supernatural war unfolds in front of our gates.
That's right.
Oh, are we leaving?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I quit. Here's my badge. Here's my gun.
They gave you a gun?
Oh shit, where did that come from?
It's a
Monty looks
prototype.
at you and looks at the gun.
Oh, that's been on
It's
kind
a
of tucks his hand
prototype.
over it.
that's been on my elbow for like all this time. I couldn't see where it was.
Monty's like, if you wish to leave, then Disaster Muffins, you are hereby disbanded from the King's Guild. You are no longer recognized as heroes of the guild, nor of the realm. You are this day forward expelled, and will receive no monetary fees, no shelter, and no weapons from us.
That's fine.
That's okay.
All right, you know.
I gotta set my badge down on the table. If we had badges or some
We have
other
badges now.
I assumed badge. You said you set down your badge. I thought this is just a thing now. But yeah, I'll put down my badge or station of office, and I'll look at Monty and say, I'm a soldier, and there's a war to fight. And war never changes.
God damn it.
And I'll turn on my heel and just begin walking out.
And I never needed your weapons anyway. Water tribe.
Raleigh's gonna go up to the table, but she's not tall enough to reach the top. So she's gonna take off her little badge, but it's got like glitter and buttons and everything that have just been like super glued onto it. And then she's gonna be like,
I have to look out for the disaster muffins.
and then she's gonna like try to reach up, and then it's not gonna be able to reach. And it's just
Monty
gonna
actually
be like,
reaches his hand over towards yours and says, "Keep it."
Hey, I'm sorry, Mr. Monty.
Me too.
Go up and I'll place my badge down also and say, well, I guess we'll see you on the day of reckoning, I guess.
I hope not.
Thanks for everything, Monty. It's been a good 30 years.
He squeezes your hand gently, and it does physically pain him to see you all go, and he lets go before sitting down in his seat.
Be
Good
careful.
luck.
You
I
too.
will.
And I walk out, making sure to go behind Raleigh to make sure nothing falls out of her bag.
As
there's
you
just
leave-
like a stuffed dragon head just like sitting out of it.
as you leave on this bittersweet note of surviving a god, encountering 3 others, being released from your guild duties and trappings and belongings, you're burdened with the fact that there's a rise of undead, a war of the gods approaching Ashenfell.
I guess this means we're gonna have to go to some temples and talk to some people.
Oh, that sounds scary.
Yeah, but we have to learn. I mean, I don't know anything about the new or old gods. I have a feeling we're gonna have to find out, learn more.
You know, you guys didn't have to follow me.
I mean, I wasn't, but like it was really a moment, and we're the disaster muffins, so
Yeah, we have to sit together.
I was gonna, stick around, try to like find out more in the library now that we weren't revoked, and then quit and follow you guys as you guys did other stuff. But honestly, I just didn't want to be like the only one not to leave. On this like really dramatic note, like it wouldn't have been as cool if I left later.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. You guys didn't have to do it. But I am glad you did.
But we're here
I know.
anyways.
Exactly. Who else is gonna kick some god butt?
And grasps your shoulder, Raleigh.
Ah,
It's Harkin and 2 other members of the Black Sheep.
oh, hey. What are you doing here?
Ready to go get some godlike butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Slow motion.
Yeah. Clout smiles at the camera, his big toothy tiefling grin, and then everybody starts walking towards the camera in slow motion in a big long line.
Has to be the line. It's the power line.
Has to be
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Thus concludes the story of the Disaster Muffins.
It cuts to the credits with like a cool like
It's choreographed
rock
dance
song.
Oh. 2 kinds of people.
Everyone's standing, sitting, waiting to see if there's gonna be an end credit scene.
Not throwing away my shot.
The end credits pan up to the pale face of the Smiling Lord as he just pulls a curtain, revealing an army of the undead.
He lied.
Bum ba da da bum bum bum.
But with our theme, creeping into it though.
Yeah.
Let you know of the
So-
eventual confrontation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is me for tonight, though.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Thank
That
you.
was fun.
Thank you so much.
Yay!
That was awesome. I like
Oh,
that.
thank you.
I
So
like that a
cool.
lot. I was not prepared for music, but like, that was some nice musical choices. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you to everybody who decided to stop by and join. Jen, where can we find you? What do you do? Hopefully
Oh,
more of
you
this.
can you can find me on Twitter at LaughMakerDND. I am a DM over at the RPG Lab every other Thursday in the same setting, following a counter storyline to the one you just witnessed. And you can also find me over at the SS Adventure. I'm playing a little shadow halfling sorcerer.
Awesome. PB, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm PB. You can find me at PB Plays Inside over on Twitter and Twitch. On Twitch, I do variety gaming and the occasional creative stream. Right now, we are playing through some Guacamelee, which is a super fun game. I really enjoy finding out a little bit more about how they depict Mexican culture. And I also working through a hashtag I Don't Go Here series in which I do am learning how to do fantasy map making and trying to find out my style and stuff like that. Where we just sit there and hang out while I am angry at cliffs and mountains. And aside from that, you can find me on Fridays over on Wandering DM's channel playing some Castle Falkenstein as I'm part of the Lady Detectives as Iselina Montiel Atenas. And on Saturdays, I will be over on Experience Points. That's the channel. We're going to be playing some Starfinder. It's going to be a really cool game. I can't wait. It's the first time I play in that system. And on Mondays, this Monday coming up, will be our first session of the Grove within Grove, where we met over on the Greyhawk channel. It's going to be run by Nomadic, and there's going to be some cool people there. It's going to be a fun, low-level D&D campaign in which we are all embodiments of the 4 seasons. So that's going to be a ton of fun starting next week. And that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Danae, where can we find you? What do you do?
I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D. A lot of stuff is also stuff from this channel. You can also find me here on Monday playing Coriander the Eldritch Paladin in our 4 Keeps campaign, and you can also find me here on Tuesday running our Curse of Strahd campaign. DanaeKeener.com.
Yes. Cyber, where can we find you? What do you do?
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm Cyberwolf1201. You can find me at Cyberwolf1201 on Twitter, where I shitpost and talk about just random stuff, all the feelies, and whenever I go live on twitch.tv/Cyberwolf1201, where right now, always we play video games very badly and talk about the lore. Right now, I'm doing a blind playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn. We found out a lot of stuff last time, and are continuing to find out a lot of stuff. And pretty soon, I will actually know what the hell is going on in this world. It is great. It is wonderful. It's just a good time. All the archives from there go to YouTube, which has a really crazy URL. But you can find it by going to my Twitch at twitch.tv/Cyberwolf1201. You can get all those archives, as well as the podcast that Kyle with an N and I do called Let's Talk About It, where we get drunk, do parkour, and talk about stuff, the games that we've done, and just whatever's on our mind for that week, month, by week. I don't know. Editing's weird. The schedule's weird. But for other RPG-related stuff, you can find me on some cool RPG channels like Indoor Adventures. That's it. But you can find me here on Mondays playing Arjan, the Dragonborn Blood Hunter, in our 4 Keeps campaign, and you can find me on Thursdays playing Albus, the Kalashtar Bard, in the Salt Marsh game with all the other Salt Bays. It's a good time. That's it.
And if you have thank you. And if you have made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, how's it going? It's me, your pal, the Indoor Adventurer, here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Monday, we have our 4 Keeps
homebrew adventure that takes place in my homebrew setting. Tuesdays, we got Curse of Strahd being run by Danae Keener. Wednesdays is more stuff like you saw tonight of One-Shot Wednesdays. So if there are one-shots of game systems or games that you want to see, let me know in the comments or somehow, and we'll try and get the RPG that you want to see on the stream. And then Thursdays, like Cyberwolf said, we are doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh. It is a very, very excellent game. I'm very excited to continue playing it. We just started last week up on the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh, so look forward to that. Also, if you want to catch any of our other stuff, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures, twitch.tv/indooradventures, anchor.fm/indooradventures, which pretty much leads you to Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all of the great podcast places, except for Podbean, because you want to go to indooradventures.podbean.com if you are interested in that. That is the app that I use to follow people like my brother and me, Sawbones, Critical Role. All of my podcasts are on Podbean, so that's where I like to put the podcast. Also, we have a Patreon, so if you are interested in supporting the show and then possibly listening in to an after show that we go into after this show, then I would suggest checking that out, and you can find that at patreon.com/indooradventures. But with that, Jen, thank you again so much for running this game. This was awesome. Thank you guys for coming by on this level 15 one-shot. And we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.